Today I'll be talking about the suicide crisis in America. Did you know that there's over 123 suicides per day in 2018 in America? And that number is sadly rising. Every day families are ripped apart, and I personally, which I'm sure many of you have seen the effects on the loved ones of the individual who decided to commit this horrible, senseless act, which can be stopped through help. And there's so many ways to get help, which I will talk about today. Today we'll talk about some basic facts about the crisis going on in America. We'll then talk about ways to recognize if someone is going through these suicidal thoughts or if they're committing any actions leading to a possible suicide, which is in the end the worst possible outcome. So first, let's get a basic understanding of how suicide is a crisis right now in America. In 2018, there was over 48,300 suicides. And that stat is from Guy's, and that is from his journal called The Science Direct. There was over 1.4 million reported attempts in 2018. And that's just the reported attempts. There's most likely hundreds of thousands of more attempts that just weren't reported to the authorities. And overall, firearm is the leading cause of suicides. And the demographic that's affected most by suicide is white males, as they account for over 69% of the total number of suicides just in 2018. So now let's talk about some ways to recognize if someone is suicidal or showing signs that they may be. So how do you know? Well, there's many telltale signs that can lead someone to believe that someone may be suicidal. Some of these include changes in personality or physical appearance. They may become unsocial or thrash with family members and loved ones. They often starve themselves or overeat. And that is from Urtuglu in his journal called History Studies, the International Journal of History. They also can quit things they're passionate about, such as sports or a career they have, theater, something like that. They also may cut school or start slacking in school. They also may start acting odd towards loved ones and significant others. So every case is different. There's no specific answer or one sign that will say, oh, they may be suicidal. Everybody's different, everyone's mind works different, and that's our job as friends and family members to look out for those and always just have an eye on everyone, always have their back, and to let them know that there's help they can get. So where can we get this help? Well, we can go to this help, we can get help from many places, such as the suicide hotline, which is a great door opener for anyone who may be struggling or just needs to talk to someone. Another great way to help a family member or loved one is to let them talk to you and let them know that they can go and talk to a trusted friend or adult. And another way is realizing that the most important thing that needs to be realized is realizing that help is needed. Once the person that is possibly suicidal realizes that they need help, that's the most important step. Because if that never happens, then most likely the worst outcome possibly might happen, which is not what anyone wants. And that fact was said by Rozek in his journal called Integrating Crisis Response. So some of the ways that people may start to feel these thoughts, sorry if you can't see it very well, but some of the traits that this person may feel that are affected is through impulsiveness, They may feel hopeless or fearlessness. They may feel culturally affected. They also may feel not accepted in work, school, friends, family, anything like that. Everyone's affected differently. And another huge topic when talking about suicide and the crisis that's going on is all of us have been humiliated, whether it's something that we did in school or first day of freshman year in high school, we fell down the stairs going to class or something like that. We all have this fear of humiliation. It's just human. It's just something that we have in us. But some people, when they are humiliated, and that's every person feels humiliated in a different way, we all react to this fear of humiliation in a different way. Whether it's getting upset, or getting sad, or getting in your head. And these are all ways that suicidal thoughts can start brewing in someone's head whose mind is there. And that's where some of the places I just talked about, that's where we can go and help them and take them to those places and just really have an effective way to help these people. Because 48,300 people every year, that's too many people. One person is too many people. But yeah, we just learned some ways that we can take these people to go get them help. And so a little overview about some stuff that we talked about today was some basic facts about suicide, and then we switched gears to different ways that people are affected, and then we talked about the most important thing is how to get these people help. So what are you going to do about this crisis going on in America, and with this new information that you know now, how are you going to help someone today?